I'm happy to be starting 2021 with you here at the Asia Women's Forum. Women empowerment, inclusion, diversity is an advocacy that's very close to my heart. Of course, I am genuinely hoping that we're able to do this in person soon, but let's hang in there. We are just a few moments away from overcoming this challenge, and we're all doing it together as a strong community of women. I greeted 2020 with excitement as we were entering a new decade, but never did I imagine the magnitude of the disruption it would introduce to the human race. In March, the Friday before the ECQ was announced in the Philippines, I remember telling my colleagues that the world is about to change. The world has changed tremendously. While the change now feels like it all happened overnight, I clearly recall the big stretch that my family, my team, and I endured in the first few weeks and months as we're throughout of the familiar and into a new, uncorrected normal. There was a high level of fear and anxiety as we're confronted with uncertainties. So what's changed? These Zoom meetings, online class for the kids, Viber chats with my mom in Algeria, Google Meets for health checkups with my doctors. For a country with a glaring digital divide, we were left with no choice but to accelerate our learning curve and our adoption of digital technology. Creativity and agility picked because it's now about survival. Quarantine life helped us focus on the basics of life. Keep our families safe at home while enjoying the time to bake lemon cake in the kitchen. Keep our colleagues safe at home while empowering them to achieve greater levels of productivity. Keep Filipino patients safe at home while making sure that essential medicines remain available to them. In the past year, we went back to the basic question: how can I help my family, my colleagues, my Filipino patients? Nothing else matters. Having seen the benefits of a digital first world, I don't think we'll be going back to our old ways of working. We have entered the next normal. COVID-19 has been a strong catalyst for change in the workplace. It's proven that agile working works. Virtual meetings save a travel time, which is especially important for cities like Manila, and allow us to achieve better work-life balance. Now I can say what work-life balance means. This is the silver lining in this pandemic. This also helps us manage our health better. There's no more need to wait in line outside the doctor's office when we can connect with them through telemedicines and when we can purchase our medicines through an e-pharmacy, and it will arrive in our doorstep in no time. On the flip side, as we are innately social beings, we'd be glad to see social distancing go once it's safe. We are eager to see our friends and extended family, meet up with them in our favorite restaurant without fear of infection. We're excited to traverse the beautiful island of the Philippines from Batangas to Palawan and Boracay and celebrate our fiestas once again. I'm so happy that I've been given the chance to discover this wonderful country. Our lives have been enriched because of this experience. My family and I will always keep our moments here in our hearts and take it with us forever. It's such a wonderful country with wonderful people and wonderful places. Anywhere I go, I say, wow. Filipinos complain about the warm weather, but to me, it's a chance to be in shorts and shirt 300 days in a year. It's wonderful to be able to stay outside anytime, to go to the beach anytime in the year. In fact, in December last year, my family and I went on a vacation in Puerto Galera. And since I'm turning 15 this year, I wanted to stretch myself as I enter a new chapter in life. So between you and me, I got my certification in scuba diving. Your beautiful country inspired me to take new challenges. On the other hand, I admire the courage, resilience, positivity of the Filipino people and admire calamities. Other countries do not experience volcano eruption the way that you do here. I was in shock the first time I saw Taal volcano eruption last year. But my team, the Filipinos that I am honored to work closely with, display tenacity and empathy. The culture of the Filipino is powerful. It's all about caring. This is why Filipinos are stronger together. Everyone's taking care of each other. I learned a very nice word, bayanihan, for the family, for the country. This fuels kindness and positivity. And with positivity, everything becomes easier. This is what I've learned. This is what makes me enjoy my stay here. If you ask me if I want to extend without batting an eye, it's a yes. Of course, I cannot end this talk without typing my hats off to the Filipinas. With women holding 37% of senior management teams in 2019, ranking 5th in the world, I find that women in this country are powerful, efficient, creative, and they never complain. 80% of my team at Sanofi Philippines are women. Yes, it's important for me as a leader that I surround myself with successful people. And I find that women here are successful. In fact, 7 out of 8 of my direct reports are women. I have the same experience in my home country, Algeria. The war was won by women in Algeria. I'm always repeating that. Even if they're not always visible, they were underground, powering through. In my experience, we don't see this in many countries, like in Europe, for example. To me, this is because for both our countries, our difficulties shape our personality. We develop a strong spirit, a fighting spirit, a never give up attitude. If you are coming from difficulties, you can tackle anything. As we face the next 337 days of 2021, let us remind ourselves of this. Gold is tested in fire, and women in the face of adversity. Cheers to womanhood.